have the power.
Hey Hebrew fans, this is Todd, and today we're going to cover the Battlecat from Chronicles. Look how big he is, big and monstrous. And let's open him up and check him out. I'm a little somber today because, as you guys know, Roger Sweet has passed away, and I just keep hearing it over and over because people know I'm into He-Man, and so everyone's IMing me. My brother sent me a text message. My daughter-in-law sent me a text message. And it's like, I know. Don't get me wrong. Roger Sweet is an awesome guy, and but I just want to move on with the actual review of Battlecat. And so, yes, it is a sad day that Roger Sweet has passed away, but let's continue on because he would want us to continue on and enjoy the things that he actually helped make for our childhood, like Battlecat and He-Man and everything else. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and... Oh, my light's falling over. Don't fall. There we go. And let's get into Battlecat. Let's turn the camera around. So here is Battlecat! Battlecat. Now, just earlier, I opened up this Battlecat and that He-Man, which is the core He-Man and Battlecat, which is comparable in size to the Origins figures. But now we are going to open up this Battlecat, and he looks pretty cool. And when I first saw this was the only figure I was interested in getting originally. So I do have the Chronicles He-Man also on order besides this Chronicles Battlecat, but it's not showing up until Monday. So let's get into the cat first, and then I will have another video later on about He-Man from the movie. You know what? I should probably look at the back of this box before I get this all the way open. Let me finish cutting this tape so I don't got to grab the scissors again. And then we will look at the back of this box and see what we got going on. So there we have a cool picture of He-Man from the movie and his Battlecat, and it shows, hooray, his armor is removable. Which is funny, is these are the promo pictures they showed us at the very beginning when they first showed this Battlecat. So it's kind of funny they show us the promo pictures, the same ones we've seen forever, on the box. But I guess that makes sense. You hire someone to make photography of it, then of course you're going to use them on your box art. There's Battlecat there. Battlecat there. It's like one of those cards you'd get as a kid, you know, to save. Cut it out very carefully. And let's go ahead and open this beast up. The Beast of Burden! Alright, so one of my theories was that they used the exact same digital mold for both cats. So we're going to compare that later on as we get this cat out and take a closer look at this cat. And then eventually I'll do a video on yanking this one's helmet off because his helmet doesn't come off, and see what's underneath there and see if it is possible to pull that helmet off and have yourself a decent cat. So we shall see later in a different video coming up. Alright, so make sure you hit the subscribe so you don't miss that video when I do make it, because I'm sure everyone wants to know what's underneath that saddle and helmet of that other Battlecat. I might even do that tomorrow. We shall see. Alright, let's free the cat. Free the cat! Alright, so here is the cat. Battlecat. And I can already see he's got a lot more articulation than the other one. And his helmet's removable, as you saw. But let's go ahead and get all these off and see what we got going on here. So let's go and talk about his articulation. We'll start in the back and work our way up, just as if he was an actual action figure, a humanoid. So we have ankle articulation on the back foot. We have 2 different knee positions. We have hips that go in and out. Ooh, ah. We have tail articulation, just one where it's connected and also rotates around. Same on the other side. We have a midpoint, almost like a waist, if you would. Articulation point. It just goes back and forth, doesn't turn. And then we have one that would be an ab crunch up higher, and it moves back and forth so you can do the cool shaky movement. And then we have the upper front, I guess it'd be like a shoulder area. And then we have only a single elbow joint here as opposed to having the double thing. And then we have his ankle articulation. And on his head, we have the whole head moves up and down. And this part of the head moves as well. And of course the jaw moves. And he's got really cool looking deep set eyes. Look at those eyes. Let me zoom this up so you guys can see better. They're like glass eyes, and it's the kind that follow you when you turn your head. See, look at that. He's looking at you at the side of his eye. Then you go, whoop, he's looking at you straight on, and whoop, he's looking at you on the side of his eye again. Which, to do that, they're actually concave, and then the round glass over the top. That's how they do that cool illusion of the eyes following you. You know, first time I ever seen something like that, I remember I was a kid and I was at Disney, and it was these heads that would follow you wherever you walked. And that's when I learned about using the concaveness to create that illusion. It's so weird because the outside looks like it's not concave because they put the clear glass over it. Clever, 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 Mattel. Is that even talked about on the box? Let me take a look here. I don't think it talks about it having moving eyes. It just says deluxe articulation. Deluxe. Yeah, I don't see nothing on here about the eyes. That is such a fun Easter egg. All right. So you can see his armor is definitely attached all the way around. That is so cool. Let's do a size comparison. I will set him here and put on his helmet. He's got a nice spot for the nose to sit in very comfortably. We saw with Classics, it was really hard to get the helmet on correctly. Originally, people would always put it on wrong. And I remember even O'Donoghue would get so annoyed at people for putting the helmet on wrong. And so I made a video one time about how to put it on right. Oh, that was funny. All right. So let's compare these. Okay, so when I made this video, I told you it was so weird that he had this line right here. And I was saying, I bet you they use the same digital thing to make this, and this line would be an articulation point on the other cat. And I can't see down into the armor. There it is. It does look very similar to that, but not exact. So maybe not. Let's get that armor off so we can really compare. We're stripping you down, Battlecat. Soon you'll just be called Cat. No battle. It's battleless Cat. Now his armor doesn't come off, unfortunately. But let's take a look at these two necks here. So we have a bump there to match. The spiky, kind of a spiky. The curvature is different though. This one curves more around. Let me pull this back a little bit. This one curves more around than this one. So it's not the exact same digital file. I thought it might have been. But they may have just altered the file for the one that's articulated and started with one, or meshed it in and changed it a little bit. Let's check out the legs here. And you can definitely see these look just about the same. It's got the line here coming down, the line here coming down. So I am thinking that these are a derivative of each other in the digital database when they created these figures. As you can see, the line here on this muscle, and it splits right there. The line here, it splits right there. This little bump right here on the back, little bump right here on the back. And so they probably started with one digital file and then altered them in order to make one articulated and one not, is what I'm guessing. I don't know which came first, the articulation or the solid, or how it actually worked, but you can see, if I can, you couldn't take this helmet off, but you can see that they have a lot of similarities on the way that these cats were made. So I'm guessing, like I said, at some point they had a similar digital footprint. They had the same bank account, but which would make sense because they basically are the exact same cat, just from two different toy lines. So why reinvent the wheel? Just use one model and make one articulated and one less articulated, but the same sculpt. So the question is, if I was to yank this helmet off, see, he's got the folded ear there. Looks like he has a weird... I'll pull it off in a different video. I don't want to ruin it yet. I got to use hot water. But it does look like they may have used a lot of the same sculpting on the digital print or on the 2-up, whatever they decided to use on this. I'm guessing nowadays it probably went digital, but I don't know for sure. They could have easily started with a large sculpt and then used that large sculpt to make both. Because, you know, with the way we can digitize things now and scan them in, somebody could have sculpted this and then scanned it in and made two different figures from the same sculpt. That is highly possible and highly likely. All right. So let's compare this Battlecat to other Battlecats from other lines. I love this two-strap situation they got going on here. Because so many times when I have my Battlecats, you always have to readjust the saddle forever. You're always pulling it forward, pulling it back. It's never in the right spot. You are continually having to alter it all the time. Where is his helmet? There it is. So first things first, let's talk about the helmet. People have already asked me, are you making... I like that his legs separate. That makes it so much better stance. Are you planning on making a helmet for this cat? Because when I did my Masterverse cat, I made a helmet because I really, really, really disliked the Masterverse helmet. This helmet's not terrible, but let's just see how he looks with a Classics helmet on his head, just as is, unaltered. Well, that does fit. Looks a little big on him, but not terribly big. I don't know if I'm going to make a helmet for him or not, because you can just take your Masterverse one, not my Masterverse, take your Classics one and just toss it on there. Of course, who has an extra Battlecat helmet sitting around from Classics besides me, right? I do, because I made a 2000X Battlecat, so I had some extra parts hanging around for a while. All right, let's go ahead and take a look and compare him to the gold standard, the Classics. All right. First off the bat, look at the color difference. I really like this new color. And let me do some explaining. Here is the 80s Battlecat from the 80s. Now, the 80s Battlecat does not match this color exactly, but it doesn't match this one either. I think this green is too bluish green, and I never noticed that before until we started getting other Battlecats. But I like this brighter green better because it's closer to what we originally saw in the old Battlecat from forever ago. All right, so that's cool. Let's compare him next to the big monster Battlecat. Now, this is the Masterverse Battlecat, and I'll put his normal helmet back on him. There we go. And let's go ahead and put his helmet back on. Now, size-wise, they are about the same in height, but in girth, this one's way bigger. You can see he's much wider. This one's a little narrow on top. This one's really fat wide on top. So we have a skinny Battlecat over here that has some great muscle tone. Then we got a big old chunky Battlecat over here that has not quite as good muscle tone, but still looks cool. The fur on here is okay, but check out the fur on this. It is detailed and deep. I love that. That is so cool. I am digging this Battlecat a lot. When I first saw his picture, I was already sold. So now let's go ahead and pull off the masks. I don't know, this cat's face just looks almost monkeyish to me, where this one looks fierce. I mean, this looks amazing. And of course the eyes follow you, which is so cool. Man, that is one beautiful looking cat. Okay, let's look at Classics now next to it. Because Classics for me was always the gold standard. Oh, look at that. He's got the fierceness too. But see, it's not as big. He's not as big as the new cat from Chronicles. And if you put him on all fours straight up and down, he's close. But not the same height. So this one stands a little taller. And if you were to straighten his legs out like I did on the other one, he's quite a bit taller. There we go. You got to put your paws down. That's kind of cheating going into tiptoes. But you can see the height difference between the new Battlecat for the movie from Chronicles and the Classics Battlecat. So, you guys aren't going to believe this. You better sit down for this. I actually think this Battlecat is better than Classics. Oh, I know. You thought I'd never say that about anything that was made after Classics. But I just love how deep they made these ridges on the fur. I love the fierceness of the face. I love the added detail of the eyes watching you. Not a huge fan of the saddle, but we'll see how it looks when we get the figure and put it on there. You know what? I am going to stick on this helmet here. And I'm going to grab my regular Classics He-Man and put it on that Battlecat. Now, from what I heard, and I haven't seen one yet to know, is the Chronicles line is smaller than the Classics line. That it's closer to a 6-inch figure. So he might look kind of big on it because this Battlecat's so skinny. But because he's skinnier, he does fit better in the saddle. Cause, you know, other one he kind of sits kind of wide in the saddle. Interesting. Oh man, this is the difficult thing for me. So you can go with the old helmet. Now the colors don't match for the helmet, unfortunately, but it wouldn't take much of a wash to change the color of this to make it more brown. See how close the nose lines up. See, there's a little nose notch right there. Nose notch. I'll just line that right up with that nose. The nose. That looks savage. Oh, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Well, we'll see when you get the other He-Man how it looks with him on there. But of course that helmet's going to keep falling off because it's a little bit big. Maybe I'll have to remake another one that actually fits on there the right way, the right size. But I mean, with all its articulation points, you could do so much cool stuff. And you could have him, you know, get down on the fours on the back here and crouch down, and you could have him bring his paw up here and scratch someone across the face or something. I mean, there is some cool posing you could do with this cat. Oh yeah, look at that. Battlecat attack. Battlecat attack. Bump, bump, bump. He uses his tail to help hold him from falling back. Oh, look at that. Look at it. Oh, He-Man, hang on for your life, man. We definitely need some stirrups or something else to keep He-Man on there. Oh, hang on, have him hang on to the hook right here. Now there is a handle right here, but I don't think I can get his hand. His arms is too short. He's like a T-Rex. Fit, firmly grasp it. We can do it. We can do it. Reminds me of the G.I. Joe with the Kung Fu grip. Kung Fu grip, G.I. Joe! You know what? My wife pointed out that I talk about G.I. Joe too much in my He-Man videos. It's kind of funny. I didn't notice it for a while, but I noticed it when I was going through all my scripts. That usually sometime, at some point in my video, I will mention G.I. Joe. And I mentioned it to my granddaughters the other day. We were talking about something. And I said, oh, it's like G.I. Joe. And they had no idea what I was talking about. And they go, G.I. Joe? I said, well, it's like a Barbie-size boy Barbie that has army stuff. But they had no clue. Which is funny because their dad played with G.I. Joe as a kid. So... Oh, look at that. We got it. Put his head forward. There we go. Oh, Battlecat. Oh, don't fall. And without extra supports, too. You just got to balance on the tail. Ugh, like a kangaroo. You can do it, kangaroo. Look at that. That is fun. All right. Whew. I think I've covered... Oh, I didn't talk about this Battlecat here. Here's another Battlecat. Lame. Origins. There it is. Very little articulation. Not nearly as cool as the new one. And that's all I'm going to talk about it. Done. All right, but this one, man, he is a score. If you don't buy any other core figure, this is the only core figure you need is this Battlecat right here. Because not only can you stick your classics on it, as you saw, which was so cool, you could also stick on your Origins or your Masterverse. Oh, yeah. That was actually cooler than I thought. Because it's not so wide so we can ride it better. I'm gonna have to remake that helmet so it fits on his face better. Yes, I'll be making helmets for this that will fit better. Just because this one keeps falling off. And you could even stick your Origins on there. Oh, look at that. Man, oh man, that's so cool looking. Except for the helmet falling off. We'll stick the real helmet on just so you can keep something on. And the eyes follow you. You know what? That's going to stink. If I make a new helmet, if I cover those eyes, that's not going to be cool. I might not even make a helmet. This one's just cool enough as it is. We'll see. Oh, He-Man with the boot knife. This is the only Battlecat you need. You can sell the rest of yours. Toss them aside. One Battlecat for all your lines. One Battlecat to rule them all. As it works with Origins as a really big cat. It works with Classics for an okay sized cat. It works with Masterverse because it's the same height as the Masterverse one, but he fits better with his legs. You can just use this cat for every He-Man line you got. Yes, this is what I've been waiting for. We have not seen a Battlecat this good since Classics And unfortunately for my collection, it is even better than Classics. Crazy. Crazy. All right, I know I've got a lot of excitement about this cat, but he's really cool. I love all the articulation he has. It's easy to use. It snaps into place. This doesn't slide off and on all the time. He can stand tall. He can stand short. He can turn sideways to whisk at people. He can eat off his paw if he wanted to. Look at that. You can clap his hands. Oh, man. I'm sorry, I'm going on and on and on, but when you guys get this in your hands, you'll see the fun that I'm having. He is a pretty cool cat. Yes. Look at my Classics over there. He's so sad. He's wailing and crying on the ground. No, I've been replaced. Yes, unfortunately you have. See, I used to love the bottom paws on here, but look. We got the paws on here. They're not painted black, but a little bit of black wash or paint, and you could if you wanted to. That's so cool. And he's got claws, too. He's got claws, and he knows how to use them. Look at how far these joints move. Wait a second. Is there a button for this? It sounds like there would be. Nope. Oh, his teeth go up. That's what's going on there. Oh, you know what's funny? Okay, let's talk about this for a second. So we got this one here, which is of course a hideous face. I don't know what's going on. And this one, the teeth don't move on it. It's just his mouth goes around it. Just looks weird. Looks like a monkey. But when we got the Masterverse one for let me just pull them out here. When we got this puppy, we had a much better design. He has his mouth actually go up and down. And we got the glass eyes. So we got the glass eyes, but these glass eyes don't follow you. Just the clear glass. And so they've taken and they keep improving and improving and improving. Because this is better than the Masterverse Battlecat by far, with articulation and face sculpt and everything else. But then when we got to here, they finally put it all together and made the ultimate Battlecat ever. I'll just say it right there. Ever. So this will be my quintessential, can't even say the word, Battlecat for all my lines. I'm going to have to buy a couple more of them. So I can have one for Masterverse, one for Classics, one for Origins. I'm going to look underneath here again. I want to see if he's got a narrowing on the top like he does with his saddle. No, he doesn't. It's still wide. So let's just, for kicks, let's pull off this. Oh, I hate pulling this off because it's always a pain to put it back on. Let's just see how this thing fits on there. So he's a little bit more girthy around. So if you were to use this saddle on there, you would have to make a new belt. But you could just fully clothe him in Classics gear. And I have another saddle somewhere. I might just do that. Yeah. Oh, man. That is awesome. That's it. I gotta buy another one of these and turn one into my Classics. I'll have to design a new belt that fits across the bottom. That's wider. Oh, man. I have to find that saddle now. I have to see where I put it. Hopefully I didn't sell it to somebody who needed it. Otherwise I'll be on the hunt. On the hunt for a Battlecat saddle. Man, so cool. I know, and my video's going really long talking about how cool he is. And look at that. He even fits even better in that saddle because obviously it's made for Classics. Poor Battlecat. Oh, I lost my saddle. No. This is funny. Battlecat's head in the Classics kept sagging all the time. So I put this rubber band right here to have it so it comes back up. Because it kept falling all the time. So to give it a little extra oomph and support. And at one time I took and sanded this with a nice little rat file. So it could actually go up higher. So his head could actually go past this flat point. And this one I didn't do that with. But I did add the rubber band just so that it would keep his head up so it doesn't keep falling down. Now you can see how it's added in there. That's funny. Alright, sorry Four Horsemen. You guys did make an awesome Battlecat in the day. But this one is better. Once I figure out how to get that saddle to stay on, it's going to be so cool. Oh. You know what? I know where my extra saddle is now. I bought this Battlecat saddleless. And I got him pretty cheap because he's missing his saddle. And I put the extra saddle I had on him. This is the extra saddle. No. Well, I'll figure out what I'm going to do. I might be selling a Battlecat without a saddle. We'll see. Alright, anyway, let me turn this camera around. Wow, thanks for joining me. And man, that Battlecat is so cool looking. And oh, he's so cool with Classics too. Whoop. I can just keep the helmet on his head. And I'll be showing you guys the new He-Man next week when I get it in the mail. Let me know what you think. And like they always say in the 1987 movie, Good Journey. You know, as you know, I have not watched the trailer yet. So I don't know what they're going to say at the end of the movie. And who knows? There might be something else they're going to say besides a good journey in the new movie. If you know, don't spoil it for me. I don't want to know. I want to see it myself on screen. But anyway, thanks for joining me. And I'll soon be doing a video about Micronauts. I got some new Micronauts, and that'll be a fun one too. All right, bye now.
If you found enjoyment, like, subscribe, and ring the bell. Do it.